think.
That's probably a good thing.
It's probably a good thing. Okay. All right. Anyway, well, I don't know. My internet went down. Unbelievable. All right. Well, she'll just have to join us next week. So, well, maybe since Catherine's not on the call, maybe we should have the conversation that we were going to have a couple weeks ago about private exclusives.
Well, if you're ready to talk about it, that's fine.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure. I mean,
I know enough about what it is. I'm not sure I know the whole inner workings of it all, but I know what it is and why we have it, and that, you know.
well, what do you mean the inner workings of it? I mean, we just put it on on the Compass platform. So anyway, so Compass announced like 2-3 weeks ago. They've actually had it in other markets. I don't know, for years, right? I mean, for quite some time. But we were never able to do it in Chicago. It had something to do with our MLS. But anyway, what it is before a property officially hits the market, we can test the market through this private exclusives. And we put it up on the Compass platform, and it goes out to all the Compass agents. It goes out to the entire community of Compass agents, but only Compass agents, which we have like 2,000 agents in Chicago now, right? Didn't you?
Yeah, but I think we probably have to explain what coming soon is, the private listing network, and because that's what everybody I think will think this is.
Right. Well, so there's actually three different aspects of this. When
layers of listing.
Yeah. So typically when you list a property with an agent, what happens is our MLS rules stipulate that within 72 hours of taking that listing, we have to put it into the public, well, I don't know, public is the right word, but it has to go into the regular MLS that we've all used, known, and used for, you know, forever. Well, for 40 years, which is forever. And well, we had the MLS before that too, but anyway, so that's like the regular MLS, and it goes out to the entire real estate community. It populates to Zillow and Trulia and Redfin and Realtor.com and, you know, hundreds of other sites, and that's the regular MLS. Since the market has been so active, many sellers want to test the market before actually being ready to be open to the public, so to speak. So maybe they're still decluttering, or maybe they're, you know, the agent hasn't had it arranged for the photographer to come out yet. You know, those kinds of things. Because when you come onto the public MLS, you want to be able to have all your pictures and floor plans and be ready, you know, have all your ducks in a row. So a couple of years ago, but the market there was such a shortage of inventory that many properties were getting sold before the sellers were ready to come on to the full MLS. So our MLS system created a platform they call Coming Soon. And basically Coming Soon goes out to agents in the MLS that are part of our MLS, which is like 99.5% of them, I think, of realtors, right? Well, all realtors who are members of the NAR are also members of our MLS. So that's 99.5% of people that are licensed as real estate agents. So it goes out to, but it doesn't populate out to the public platforms, to the Zillow, the Trulia, the Redfin, the Realtor.com, and all that stuff.
Well, it doesn't go out to the public at all.
It doesn't go out to the public. It just goes
from the MLS. From the MLS, it doesn't go public. But Compass did figure out a way legally to have those private listing network, quote unquote, coming soon properties show to the public only on compass.com. But yeah, they don't get aggregated out to any other sites. And the MLS couldn't do before, couldn't do anything else with them other than the agent see it. So that was private listing network / coming soon.
And yeah, and usually the information was pretty scaled down. It wasn't a full MLS. It was like
It
number.
didn't have all the parameters of the listing normally has, all the information.
Right. It's
Yeah.
very scaled down. It's like number of bedrooms, number of baths. Sometimes there was a listing price, sometimes there was not.
Sometimes a range. Yeah.
Sometimes a range. Sometimes it could be shared with your clients, depending on the listing agent. Sometimes you could not share that information. I mean, you could pick up the phone and call your client and tell them about it, but you couldn't email the information directly from the MLS to your client. It was kind of pared down. Well, now Compass has had what they call private exclusives, and it's kind of the step before the coming soon. Would you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they've had it in other markets for quite some time. But we weren't allowed to do it in Chicagoland because of our MLS system wouldn't allow it. But they've come to some kind of an agreement where we can now put it out to our Compass community and only our Compass community. And the advantage of that is it's similar to the coming soon in that maybe a seller's not ready to really hit the market with floor plans and full photos and all that stuff. But
maybe they don't know if they should redo the kitchen and the bath, or
right.
It's going to be required, or maybe they don't know if they need to repaint the whole house or do the landscaping, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. So this gives us the opportunity to put it out to our community, ask for feedback, say, what do you think? What do you think we need to do? We don't even have to put a price on it, right? We can kind of put a range on it and sort of test the market, see what our colleagues think. Do we need to do the kitchen? Do we need to paint the living room? Those kinds of things, and get some of that feedback before even hitting the coming soon platform. But I think the coming soon platform would be a very short-lived time frame.
Yeah, and I think our instinct is to say that about testing the market, but it's not really testing the market. Maybe we could say that about coming soon, because it actually is going out to the market. Mm-hmm. But in private exclusive, it's really it's more internal than that. So it's really testing the community. I don't know what else to say. The real estate community test. It is a test, but I think testing the market sounds more broad than it actually is. So it's before you test the market. It's trying to figure out what pricing, what needs to be done to the property or not done to the property. Different ways to present it before it actually even goes to coming soon or full listing.
And you're not marking any market time. You're not getting stale on the market because market days are not ticking off. And there's an advantage to the buyer in that if something comes up on that platform, because right now with the shortage of inventory, I mean, I have agents calling me, and I'm sure you do too, Wes, asking, do you have something coming on? I've got a buyer. And there's a dynamic that's happening right now that actually buyers want to get in before the information becomes public information, with the notion that they won't have to compete with other buyers and they don't have to get into the whole multiple offer feeding frenzy, that whole auction environment of a multiple offer environment.
Right.
So there are buyers who are somewhat frustrated, I think, with their inability to find something, who are specifically looking for properties before hitting the open market. So there's an advantage to a seller that way, that they can actually get and we've been seeing a lot of this where properties are getting sold with just, and I think Lance had some kind of a statistic on that, didn't he? About how the number of properties that are being sold just kind of through these sort of exclusive platforms they're up like from 2020. It's like I don't know, a 15% increase or something like that. There was always a small percentage.
Yeah.
Say that again. What?
I'd be surprised if it's not more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it written down somewhere, but I didn't want to take the time to find it.
All of your notes from all of your calls this
I
week.
know I've got all of my notes. I'm so old school. I actually have a notebook with those. But yeah, I mean it's up substantially from 2020. The numbers of properties that are being sold, kind of word of mouth, if you will, just through agents networks and whatnot. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. And one of the things that I've noticed has happened, since COVID too, is it can be really hard to get work done, to get service people and contractors and subcontractors and everybody in. So this gives us another layer to figure out if can we get away with not doing the kitchen, or we're going to do the kitchen, but it's going to take 6 months to get it done. So can we go ahead and do some level of marketing before that's done? See if there's anybody that's ready to bite, before it shows perfectly. There's a lot of different, this opens up, more opportunities for sure.
Catherine's back. Yay.
Hello, friends. Hi. Yeah, someone is doing something in my neighborhood, and the internet is down in the entire neighborhood. So I'm on my hotspot. Hello.
Oh my gosh. Well, Wes and I covered. we had a topic that we were going to talk about 2 weeks ago that we ended up not talking about last week because, I don't know, some kind of malarkey. I don't know.
Sure, it happens, of course. Yes. It's good to be prepared.
Yeah, right. So we talked about.
I don't know if I call it that. It was more normal.
Yeah, prepared is probably too strong of a word, but
fortunately, Mary missed hitting the record button for the first 5 or 7 minutes, which was a really good thing.
See, some Monday mornings are just that way.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So Catherine, I hope you can join us come back next Monday, because we have to get off. We have to mind our time here because Wes has an 11:30.
Of course. Yeah. I would love to. It would be my pleasure.
It'd be great to see you.
And one of the things that we definitely want to say that's so great about Catherine, that I think is a real distinctive, what's the word I want, Wes, is
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Well, I mean, it's her unique selling proposition. I don't know, that's not what I'm trying to say, but you know what I mean. Is that she manages smaller buildings. Is that fair to say?
Yes, I do. I manage individual townhomes and condominiums within associations, and most brokers do not do that, or most property managers. Also, we will work with the broker, so the broker can still do the leasing of the unit, and we'll just take over the property management once it's leased, which works really well, especially for high-end units. The realtors want to be involved in the leasing naturally, and we are absolutely fine with that. And we just take over the property management once the tenant is moved in and has the keys, and we come in and take care of anything that happens in that unit. So it's a really great model for us. It's worked super well, and we've been in business for 13 years.
Nice. Wes and I were trying to remember where we met you originally, and I think it was through a mastermind group that we all belonged to.
I believe so too. And then Mary, I started working with one of your clients, who is a phenomenal man. Gosh, and I think that was starting in 2015, actually, or 16. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So yeah,
he's a client, and actually we're looking at a 6-flat with him together this week. So
yes, that's very exciting.
Yeah, and Anderson.
And Wes, I love working with your clients as well. It's just been so much fun. I mean, great people. So it's awesome.
Good. Well, Catherine, we'll bring you back next week. We'll try again next week. We're nothing if not flexible and adaptable.
Beautiful. Well, thank you. I'll sign out so you can finish up, and I'll look forward to next week.
Well, we're done. We're
okay.
off. So
okay. All right.
Thanks,
have a good week.
Thanks, everybody.
Great to see you. Yep. Bye.
Bye.